Gita. So, we dedicate this presentation to implement the basic obstacle solution of So, you know what we have done? One day when Russian girl came to Chennai. Okay, the Russian family had come to Chennai. So they had a very small girl, maybe 5 or 6 years old. And they went to, I think, Pakistan or some temple in the Chennai. They saw in the inscription, Dudra was there. This Russian baby girl who is just 5 or 6 years old, Mama, Papa, this is Dudra. Like that she told. No, sorry, Mom and Dad, this is Dudra. Like that. That Russian girl was able to identify Putana because of this personality. So many people are able to identify and understand our culture. So many people out of the world are following. One day, my mentor went to Vrindavan. So they some Chinese devotee had come. Okay, they cannot pronounce Hare Krishna. They say Hare Krishna. That's what they say. They cannot pronounce. But even those people could take up to worshiping Krishna because of this personality. Okay, so let's start. Krishna will do one. These are 4 T's. What are 4 T's? Psychological, emotional, spiritual, only one more basic. Physical. Don't have legal. Okay. Yes, physical. Okay. There are 2 types of body. Subtle body and gross body. What is the gross body? Subtle body as good. Good karma, bad karma, which is good. Both are karma. So is it based on our opinion? According to me? Scripture, according to Bhagavad. How to get rid of wrong? Chant. That's it. Simple. Okay, tell me according to our mind. M stands for masculine. I. Infinite power. Pure. Greatness. Never present. D. Discharge. Yes. Yes. Now let me see how you understand it. Yeah. Strong. Okay. I. Login positive. Yeah. Never. D. Delete the previous. Good. These are 3 modes. Winner, pattern, ignorance. Okay. How do you get into these modes? By what we are getting into these modes? Association. Karana, Guna, suppose we go for a party and there we cannot stand. There will be enjoyment. Similarly, when we come here, we will be devotional. So, based on association, the modes are. Which mode is best? None of the modes. Because of all the modes will give us birth, death, old age, disease. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Jara. These 4 are everyone will get. Okay? This I am not talking about, no problem. Yeah. Today we will see, last session we saw how systematically our culture got destroyed. Today we will see how to revive that and how to have a faith in them. Okay? Yes. Now, you are attending these sessions very nicely. Tell me, what are the ways we can acquire knowledge? We want to gain knowledge, no? What are the ways we can gain knowledge? Studying scriptures is one very good way. Any other? Hearing, listening, very nice. Anyone? Attending these sessions are good. Any other? I can see through my experience, I can gain knowledge. Correct? And I can observe something and I can gain knowledge. Is that correct? Yes? So there are 3 ways to acquire knowledge. First knowledge is Pratyaksha Prama. Second is Anumana Prama. Third is Shabda Prama. So I will tell everything. So Pratyaksha Prama means see is believe. I have to see, then only I will believe. Okay? And Anumana Prama means guesswork and experimental work. I do experimentation, guess. Through that I do. as you said, see the scriptures and through that you get the knowledge. Okay. Now, technically, Praktikshatama, that is seeing is believing, is the least way of getting knowledge. The least or the most ineffective way of getting knowledge. Okay, we will see why it is. Okay, Praktikshatama, seeing is believing. Okay, why it is the least ineffective way of getting knowledge is we have four defects. All of us has these four defects. One is Karana Apatava, that is imperfect senses. Second is Pramada, we get illusion. Brahma, commit mistakes. Vipralipsa, cheating purpose or tendency. These four defects every one of us has. That's the reason we cannot say seeing is believing. I explain one by one, don't worry. Okay? Imperfect senses. Karana Apatava. Okay. Now, my eyes are able to see you, correct? But what are the senses they are telling? Eyes, nose, ears, tongue, skin, touch. Okay, these are the five senses we have. Now, I'm able to see all of you. You're able to see me. You're able to take darshan of the Lord. Why? I'm saying my eyes are imperfect. Hmm? Different angles, very important. Any other reason? Perceptions. Somebody said limitation. What limitation? Distance, yes. Size of the object matters too. Okay. So all of you gave a very close answer. Simple, I'll tell you. I'll turn off the lights, all the lights now. Can you see? If it is become 8 o'clock, I'll switch off all the lights. Can you see next person itself? You can ask that you can see, but client or me you cannot see. Why? Without light, we cannot see. Okay? So our eyes can see only visible range of 400 to 700 diagrams. Is that clear? So even like if you see in the border, right? In the border, soldiers wear IR glasses for night vision because they have to see the sunlight from any terrorist coming and things like that. So they wear IR glasses. Then they take a sunlight that anybody can take. That means there are something which are not visible to others. Similarly, many animals hunt in the night. Correct? Yes, they can see. They can clearly see and they can easily find out. Okay? So that way, our eyes are imperfect. So to give a simple example, I'll turn off all the lights and suddenly one rope will be moving. What will you see? We all run away. Okay? Yes. So that shows that no, our eyes are not perfect. Okay? Next, we will come to ears. Why our ears are not perfect? Any idea? Similar concept. Without medium, okay, but medium exists everywhere. Understanding is important. Okay. Our ears can hear 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz range. Beyond that, it cannot hear. Okay. So whenever we go for a scan, abdominal scan, what do they do? Ultrasound. Do you hear the sound? What is the sound? Okay. We cannot hear doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. Right? Similarly, I was watching in one National Geographic channel. There, one elephant was happily walking and talking. Suddenly, it became mad and started to run towards something. Later, they found that it heard an ultrasound and that sound agitated this elephant and then it ran towards the place where is the source of the sound. Okay? We cannot hear, they can hear. And we might have seen night time, bats will be there, no? They will move in and around. How do they move? They don't have eyes, right? How do they move? How? They only sound and see the reflection and then they move. Do we hear the sound? Okay? So there are waves, sound which is beyond our hearing capacity. So we are as good as deaf when it comes to those sounds. Is that clear? Yes? Yes. Now tell me why our nose is imperfect. We smell, okay. You were saying something, yeah.
Some smells are not.
Not, okay, some sense they cannot detect. Good. One more simple example I will give you. You all go to hospital. Moment as soon as you enter hospital, you get a smell. What is that? Disinfectant. Correct? Yes. After into the hospital, after 10 minutes, do you feel the same smell again? Why? Because used to it. Okay? So our nose cannot detect absolute smell. It can detect a change. For example, some apartments no sunlight enters. If it closed for 1 month and if you open the and enter into the house, that pungent smell will come no, because of this one. But after 10 minutes into the home, you will not feel a problem at all. Okay? That is a problem. It's a good thing. See, if you feel the smell, you can never tell it any place. Okay? So you can only detect the change in the smell. Okay? Yes. Now, can we tongue? Why tongue is important? Pardon? Okay. People like to eat same thing, no? What is the problem? It is also having same problem of differentiating. Okay, I'll give a simple example. One day my son, I know very wonderful sweet tender coconut I bought it for my son. Just before that, he had a sweet gulab jamun. Okay, with okay, don't, it's not there in the place, you know. Okay. So he had the gulab jamun. Then after that, I gave him the tender coconut. He told me, Papa, this is no, bitter. Why? The speed of growth on is so much, it cannot detect the speed of the tender coconut. Okay? That's the reason if you go to Kerala and all the places, people will get wrong. Now, when you eat one sweet, you cannot enjoy another sweet. So, you have to take the pickle and rub off and then take the next sweet. It is given for purpose, it is not given for anything else. Okay? Yes. Yes. Same way, tell me why our touch is imperfect. Similar way, what is it? That's it. Okay, I'll tell you one simple example. During third wave of COVID, I got a COVID. My son also got a COVID. Why don't get to sleep? He also got it. Okay, so what happened? I had a fever of 101, and my son had a fever of 102. And he touched me and told me, he touched me and told me, Papa, you don't have fever, you're telling me like. Why? Because he saw I'm colder than him. Because of that, when he touched, he felt there's no fever problem. Okay? So this is how entire thing is relative. We don't have absolute perfect sense at all. Okay? In some cases we are blind, some cases we are deaf. Okay? Technically. Okay? Now this is Karana Apatava. Next comes illusion. How many of you travel in the highways? Many of you? While traveling in the highways, you see a water source, right? What is it called? Yeah. You can take it, no? You can take a bucket and take the water, no? Why? What is it called? What is it? It is a illusion. Since we know it is mirage, we know it. Otherwise, we will be chasing for the water and taking the bucket. Okay? That is what we have. Yes? Now, I will display some images. They are the plain image. Okay? They are not a graphical image. Simple paper. They don't move around. Okay? Do they look like moving? Yes. Are they rotating? Okay? You also think this is I think they rotation. Yes? And this also. The rays are moving like that. Yes? So this is how it is. A simple plain picture, it is stable, but we are illusion to believe that it is moving. Okay? Because of our imperfect senses, we are tend to be illusion. We think that something is not moving, also moving, and things like that. Okay? Next problem is committing mistakes, drama. Okay? So, if you all know, during my time, there were 9 planets, 10 planets, including Pluto. Now in the science book, they remove Pluto, correct? Yes? So this is no science. They approve something, they disapprove something, they change something. Initially, they thought brain is an organ to cool the blood. And they thought that pituitary or master plan, no, it is a basic thing to not have required like that they were thinking. This is how they were thinking. But later, it has become abnormal. Okay? So, this committing mistake is there in everyone. Similarly, like many great personalities, if you see, like Mahatma Gandhi or any personality you take, they all agree that even though we are great personality, we have done some mistakes. So every human, this committing mistake is indispensable. Okay? Because of that mistake, we cannot believe, see yes, believe it. Next one is cheating propensity. Okay? Trust me, every one of us has this, but level is very according to the picture. Okay? Everyone, including me, has this problem. Okay? But the level will be lesser or higher and higher. Okay? Do you all know what is this theory? Okay? This is one of the best examples of cheating theory. Okay? First, I'll explain what is wrong with this. Okay? I don't know why it is there in the textbook. Many scholars have refuted this, and let us refute now. Okay? Tell me, this monkey started to walk to this. Okay? That is what is Darwin's evolution. If it exists, this fellow exists, that fellow exists, where are these fellows? Middle of the fellows? It is not there. And second problem, we all know Ramayana, right? Ramayana, Hanuman, Sugriva, Valiya, who are they? Monkeys. But at that time, Lord Ram was also there. They are humans. Okay? So when did Ramayana happen? So long ago. Right? That time itself, monkeys and humans are existing. But Darwin is telling, oh, monkeys started to walk, and became straight and became a human. Does it look logical? Yes? And this is how no people cheat. You know what happened in Darwin's life? See, Darwin had a son who was 13 or 17 years old, and he got into some disease. And because of the disease, he was praying to Lord that, oh Lord, please save my son, things like that. But what happened with time? No, he could not be saved and he died. In order to prove that there is no God exists, he made this theory that everything happens in this world on its own. There is no God involved. Naturally, they are evolving like that. He started doing the theory. That's how this Darwin's theory started to come. But we know very well that in Ramayana, monkeys and humans are existing. Ramayana happened not now. Long ago, so long ago. More than 8 lakh years it has happened. If you do a calculation, minimum 8 lakh years back it has happened. Okay? So, but no, this Darwin is giving this one. Okay? So we all have imperfect senses, illusion, committing mistakes, cheating purposes. With all this effect, how can we say seeing is believing? Do you all agree with this? We can never believe what we see. We can believe to some extent, but we cannot say 100%. Okay? Yes. Next comes Anuman Pramana. Guesswork or experimental work. Okay? What is the problem with this? Any idea? What is the problem with guesswork or experimental work? Oh, and then I'm doing the experiment and getting a knowledge. Pardon? It is an assumption. It is not fact. Yeah, any other? I'll tell you one example. Okay? So, yes, when you toss a coin, what is the probability of getting heads or tails? 50-50, correct? Yes. Now I know this theory. In my office, my workplace is not accepted. We have to prove that it is really 50%. Okay, so what happened one day, my son and I and my son had a bet. Okay, we will toss the coin. If you win 5 times, we will toss the coin. If I win, my son has to study. If my son wins, he will go and play. Okay, yes, that is the situation. I think many of you have faced also. Okay, so we started to toss the coin. 5 times we tossed, and 4 times it escaped, and I won. Then my son did not agree that. We will toss it again when we go. And then this time I will take his brother into. The next time when we did, luckily for him, we escaped. When he, as soon as third time came, he ran off. Okay? Yes. So the point is, when we do shorter time of the tossing the coin, we will see that it is not 50. When we do longer, like 10,000 times, 1 lakh times, the 50 probability will come. So in my office, I am supposed to do minimum 10,000 1 lakh simulation to prove that it is 50 and 50. We don't do the process of coin, we do some other experiments. There we call it as a Monte Carlo simulations. So that means minimum 10,000 to 1 lakh simulation to prove that this probability is correct. That is what is my job. Okay. Now we know that tossing is not 50-50. But if I do the experiment, how much time it is taking, how much energy it is getting wasted. Okay, but this is how my office paying me, so I cannot question there, so I have to do this experiment. Okay, yes. Now, the problem with this experiment is, like, people keep on has to speculate. For example, everyone takes birth will die. That is a statement. Now, if you want to do the experiment, what I have to do? I have to find 10,000 people, whether 10,000 people have taken birth have died or not. Then I have to conclude, oh, all the people who have taken birth has died, like that. Okay? Similarly, no, who is my father? If you want to know, you should ask, who should you ask? Your mother. Mother will tell you who's your father. But if you have to keep on doing it, like we will take a DNA of so many people, match the DNA and things like that. Okay? So that is the problem with guesswork. Another easy analogy is four people are blind from birth. Okay? And they saw an elephant. Okay? Since they cannot see the full elephant, one fellow was seeing the tail of the elephant and he was telling the tail looks like a rope. Okay? One fellow was looking at the tusk of the elephant. He was thinking that, oh, it is a bow and arrow. Okay? One fellow holding the trunk, yeah, that. Then he is thinking that it is a snake. Okay? One fellow is holding the ear, one fellow is holding the neck. So they are feeling the tree and things like that. So this is how the guesswork is having a problem. Okay? So we saw Praktisha Prama, Anumana Prama. Now we will see Shabda Prama. This is the proper way of getting knowledge. Why this is the best way of getting knowledge is it has three things: axiomatic truth, predictions, and light matter. Okay? You will see axiomatic truth. Does anyone know what is axiomatic truth? Definition of axiomatic truth? Alright. Okay, simple as that. Any argument which doesn't need a proof is called axiomatic truth. It doesn't need a proof at all. That is called axiomatic truth. To give an example, a definition of a point. One point is here. What is the definition of a point is? A circle with a radius of 0 is a point. Is it clear? A circle, but whose radius is 0 is a point. Does it need a proof? You don't need a proof at all. Okay? Similarly, in your 8th standard or 9th standard, you are studying 10 plus 5 and 8, like imaginary numbers, like we are studying now. So, imaginary numbers cannot be started, but even in my office, I am using these numbers. If I don't use it, I cannot solve many of the problems in my office. Okay? So, they really exist, but there is no proof. You cannot see, you cannot plot anything, but it really exists. Same way, there are many things in the Vedic scriptures which doesn't require proof at all. Okay? Wherein science, in contrary, will always changing and evolving. Initially, God told atom is the smallest particle. Then Rutherford came. He told atom consists of electrons and protons. Then neutron. Then Schrodinger came and oh, it is a wave. It is a quantum field started. Okay. Similarly, they keep on changing. But Vedic scripture are perfect. Okay. See, there is one statement in Vedas. Very important statement. Please hear this carefully. They made a statement. If you refute, if you find fault with any one line of Vedas, okay, you can reject the entire Vedas. Look at the confidence. If you find one fault in any Vedic scripture or lines, you can reject the entire Vedas. Assume that you are submitting your PhD or MTech or BTech project report to your guide, and you tell if you find anything wrong, you can make it fail. Can you reject the confidence? No. But look at the Vedic scriptures confidence. You find anything wrong, you can reject the entire Vedas. Okay? And it never changes with respect to time. It stood the test of time. It works in the past, it works in the current, it works in the future also. Now I will explain why they are they stand to the test of time. What is this? This powder. Why do they put in the home? Usually the villages in the they put no. For what? Why do they put wall or put floor? They put. Why do they put? Antibacterial, disinfectant. Correct? We knew from day one that it is antibacterial. Now the English people are resistant. Oh, it has a disinfectant properties and things like that. Correct? Yes. And during those days, we people used to brush with neem stick or charcoal or the brick powder. Okay? That time when the British came, Indian stupid fellow, we are using the charcoal powder or salt or neem stick. Now what is coming in Colgate? Aapke face mein namak hai. Okay? So they have come back now. Okay? So this is what we were brilliant. Okay? What is it called? In Sanskrit? Any idea? Google. Yeah, very good. Okay? Gold. Gold is what? Gold. Okay? See, 14th century now, people never knew that our earth is a round one. Okay? They used to tell their sailors that don't go far off, otherwise you will fall down. Okay? How stupid it is. See, okay? One fellow called Regular took the courage to do the travel, and then after traveling and coming back, he told, oh, where this is clear, we can go and come back like that. Okay? Now, the planetary system, our solar system, who is in the center? Sun. Correct? Now, this is being found by scientists called Nicholas. Now, you all might have gone to so many temples. Navagraha temples you might have seen. What is in the center of the Navagraha? We knew very well. Sun is the center of our solar system. This is as simple as that. But somebody has to tell, then they will go, they are great people there. Okay? Yes. Now, amazing prediction about our world map. Okay? It is there in Mahabharata. Okay? So I will just read the translation. How to see the world map from the top angle. Okay? That is what is the verse. It is seen that two parts. The first half of this island appears as a set of creeper leaves and sacred fig tree leaves, and the second half appears like a huge rabbit, and they are surrounded by different varieties. Okay, so this we could not understand much. As Tiruvekada Ramanujajiya of disciple of Ramanujacharya depicted this picture in 18th century when from Mahabharata. He didn't invent it. He just translated this verse and he brought a diagram based on this verse. Okay? What is mentioned is two leaves, one rabbit. You are able to get this. The translation is two leaves and one rabbit. So he draw one rabbit and two leaves. Okay? Now you want to see the map? You are getting it? Same only. Two leaves, rabbits. Okay? It's as simple as that. We do everything. We have everything. Okay? Yes. The same thing I just brought. Okay? The second one, radius of our earth, or diameter of our earth. Any idea? I used it every day in the office, so I know very well. To the last digit also I know. Okay. Yes. It is there in our Srimad Bhagavatam, fifth canto. It is there. It is mentioned diameter of Bhagavatam is 1,000 yojanas. One yojana is equal to 8 miles. So that means 8,000 miles. Now 8,000 miles you translate into kilometers. It is 12,872 kilometers, which is exactly Earth's diameter. But when this scripture is written 5,000 years ago, okay, we don't have the time. We don't have the time to read, but everything is there in the scriptures. Okay. Next, plants have life. Okay. If you see our Padma Jaladharana Lakshmi, Stavara Lakshmi, 30 lakh type of plants are there. That is the statement of our Vedas. We know that every stone translates from one body to another body, so we will get a plant's body also. We knew very well that plants have life. Till 19th century, scientists were thinking plants don't have life. Okay? Then our scientist Jagadish Bose came with so many equipments and then he connected so many sensors and then they cut the plant, it exhibited its claim. Okay? So plants have life. Okay? When somebody is pregnant, every month they have to do something. What is that? Scan, ultrasound scan. Then they will come to know the baby's heartbeat is growing, hands and legs are growing, and everything. You know, I was just reading this third chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam. There, every week, how the fetus will grow is very clearly mentioned. When 5,000 years ago, without any ultrasound scan, very clearly mentioned what will develop, how the consciousness will develop. See, your ultrasound scan will not tell what your baby is thinking. Okay, it will tell only bones, legs, heartbeat, everything. But there in Bhagavatam, what is the consciousness of the baby, what it will think, what it will affect the baby, everything is very detailedly mentioned. Okay? Yes. What is this? Eclipse. This is also an eclipse errata. Based on we go on our Panchanga calendar, we know eclipse will when it will start and when it will end. Okay? But till 19th century or 18th century, Western people doesn't know when eclipse will come or when eclipse will go. They don't know anything. But we think that they are great people and we are inferior. But we know very well. One day a Britisher told in Google Maps, so many people will come now. You are surprised. How without WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, how people are able to come there to every 20 years, the particular time everyone is able to assemble that you are surprised. Then he told, 1 rupee Panchanga is sufficient, everyone know. Yes, that is sufficient. Yes. Similarly, we have so many predictions, amazing predictions from the scriptures. Okay? Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is being credited in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay? When this book is written is 5,000 years ago. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared is 500 years ago. Okay? Lord Buddha, he was credited in Srimad Bhagavatam first canto. He appeared around 2000 years ago, around no Christ time. But no, this book is being written 5,000 years ago. Okay? Chanakya is being credited in the 12th canto. Okay? A great Ramananda will appear. He will write all the books on the moral for 20 months. King Ashoka is being written in the 12th canto. Yes? Even Jesus Christ is being mentioned in our Bhavishya Purana, which is the Atharva Veda. Okay? And suddenly when this class was happening, suddenly the Prabhuji raised his hand. I told him, Prabhuji, questions towards the end. No, Prabhuji, this is a very important question. You should answer now. Okay, Prabhuji, Prabhuji, anything about me is called in the scriptures. I told, no, Prabhuji, great persons are predicted. We may be great in the home or office, but we are not that much great to come in this prediction as well. Okay? Yes. Yeah. We will recite this shloka, repeat after me. Dittameva kalundirnam Janmachara Gunodaya Dharmanaya Vidasaya Maranabhavehi. In
the wealth and what will be considered the sign of a man's good birth, proper behavior and fine qualities, and law and justice will be applied only on the basis of one's power.
This is an amazing tradition. What I want to read is the traditions of Kali Yuga. By the way, how many years of Kali Yuga passed? Any idea? 5,000 years ago. How much is left? We don't know. Yeah, any other? 1 lakh years, 10,000 somebody said. He was a previous student, that's why he's able to tell. Previous class student. See, I'll tell you, 4,27,000 years only left. Okay, 5,000 years itself we are not able to tolerate. But still, 4,27,000 years are left. All the way us. Okay? Yes. Please listen what are the traditions. Okay? Yes. In Kali Yuga, wealth alone will be considered the sign of man's good birth. Means proper behavior. So somebody is wealthy will be considered, oh, he is a very good person like that. And law and justice will be applied to whom? Only basis on what's done. Okay? You are now itself we are seeing many kidnap cases are happening, but they are able to easily escape. Okay? But some fellow steals for out of hungry and he is putting behind the bars. Okay? Yes? So this is how law and justice applied. Tell me one more thing. During those days, the kings will give protection not only to the men, they give protection to animals also. Suppose some cow is getting beaten or some animal is getting trouble, the king will punish the person who starts in the animal also. That is how people were doing justice. But slowly, steadily, in Kali Yuga, it is applied to people who have money. Okay? I don't want to read also, but I'll just read. Men and women will live together merely because of superficial attraction. Success in business depends on deceit. Okay? Yes? And the man will be known as a Brahmana just by his related thread. Okay? Now, initially I was not that much believing. Initially it's 2018 and all, I didn't believe this was that much. And 2019, my mentor was calling me and he was telling me, what is hot in Kundalini area? And then he asked me. I don't know what he told me. He told me probably co-living PGs are the hot. Okay? Co-living PG means what? Before marriage, the men and women are staying together. Okay? Even now it is becoming hot everywhere. I think first it started there and spread everywhere. And like one of our devotee has built a PG, and many requests are coming, we want a co-living PG only. She built a women's only PG, but she is telling demand is there for only co-living PG, women's PG is empty only because she is there. Okay? This is how horrible it is. We have not even crossed Kali Yuga in just 5,000 years. Okay? Yes. Losing their wives and properties to such avaricious and merciless rulers who will behave no better than ordinaries, the citizen will be to the mountain forest. Okay? Now, do you all know what is the tax now? What is the present tax for income tax for everyone? Maximum 30%. Any guess what will be during the Kali Yuga as it progresses? You want to know the number? 99%. Water here, just give it. Okay? I'm not joking, this is a reality. Okay? Why? Because, see, during that time, the kings will be so pious. Whatever tax is collected, entirely they will use it for the welfare of the people. Okay, that is how the kings were. They build the dams, they build river canals, they clean the canals, they make sure that rainwater is harvested. So many things they do. But now, you know all what is happening. The kings will be the best thieves. They are the best thieves, they loot everything. Whatever number of their pockets, they are giving to us. Okay, that is how it is. But this is what is going to happen. Because they are best thieves, we collect more and more tax. Okay? Okay. One more guess. As we progress in Kali Yuga, what will be our age? Any idea? 30 to 40? Anyone? Anyone guess? 12 years. 12 years? 20? Huh? 1 year. 12 years. Okay. This here the Bhagavad. Repeat after me. Trimshadvikshati varshani paramayuga kalonirnam. The maximum duration of life for human beings in Kali Yuga will become 50 years. Trimsha Vikshati. Trims means 30, Vikshati means 20. Okay. Nowadays, what is the maximum reason people can live is 100. But then our expiry date starts from around 60. So 60 to 100. Similarly, Trimsha Vikshati. 30 years, people will start to die. Maximum they can live up to 50 years. Okay. Now, when this question was asked, okay, I have a similar topic. Now we all know Lord Ram ruled over Ayodhya for 10,000 years. We all studied, correct? And Dasarath Maharaj lived without son for 60,000 years, correct? Now tomorrow your grandchildren will come. Papa, how come Lord Ram lived for 10,000 years, Dasarath Maharaj lived for 60,000 years? What will you tell? Okay, yeah. Anybody else?
Climate change.
Climate change? Yes. Somebody is saying yes.
During Ramayana, people used to do like only when they are attacked by animals, and they used to, I think, they used to die because of rare disease.
Okay.
And then of their
Okay.
they used to have some like
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? What will be your food happens? Okay. Ah, yes. I'm coming to that. Anyone else? Please try. Yuga was different. Satyuga. Not Satyuga, they are greater Yuga. Listen to this carefully. When your grandchildren will ask, please tell this. Okay? In Treta Yuga, people were not 6 feet high. They were 40 feet to 60 feet high. They were not like us. Okay? In Dwapara Yuga, people were 10 to 12 feet high. Kali Yuga only max 6 feet high. Okay? Now, as soon as any product manufactured, they put a rubber stamp. What is a rubber stamp? External. We also have a very good rubber stamp on our paper. Okay? So that rubber stamp is expiry date is how many breath you can take in your lifetime. Number of breath you take decides your lifespan. So when they are 40 feet high, accordingly their lung capacity is so huge. So one breath they take for a very long time. Okay? So there is a description in Bhagavatam when one devotee called Dhruva Maharaj, he took one breath once in 3 days. One breath once in 3 days. We take one breath once in a second itself. Correct? That max we can extend it for 2 seconds or 10 seconds. We go to yoga classes. That's why we see yogis know they work on the breath so that they can increase the duration of their life. Okay? Every yoga practice meant to increase the duration of life, but not for long living. So that you can serve the Lord longer. Not for your enjoyment. You can serve the Lord longer. Okay? So during that time, people were 40 feet high and they had a bigger capacity of lungs. Because of that, the number of breath is longer. So in Dwapara Yuga, it is 10 feet high. That's the reason they used to live for even 1,000 years. Vishwadev or Vishwadev as special character, like Vidura and so many people. Okay? Now this one is reduced for capacity. And to give a easy understanding, this is happened in Jagannath Puri. One day one Pujari was coming out of the temple from Jagannath Puri. Suddenly a huge man is following the temple saw. Okay? So he was following and he don't want to see back, maybe demons and things like that. Then with courage he looked back and asked, who are you? Why are you so long? He asked. Then that person told, I am Vibhishana. Okay? I came to take darshan of the Lord. Like that. Then this Pujari was he told, I know you are Vibhishana, But people will not believe me that I have seen Darshana Vibhishana, right? People will think me I am mad. Okay, give me some proof that you are Vibhishana. Then Vibhishana removed his bracelet and gave it to him. You know the size of the bracelet? It is like a bullet card wheel size. Okay, that is how you know it is there in food. Okay, yes. So that is how people think here. Okay. Now I'll give another. 300 years back, okay, sorry, recently one hero wanted to act in a historical movie. It is maybe Chhatrapati Shivaji or some other Pratap Rudrada, I don't know. So he wanted to act. And there was a scene that he has to go to a fight in a war. Okay? Then this actor, the hero, was 8-pack. It means well-built muscle body like that. We all have very good family pack. But this hero had a good muscle, proper biceps and things like that. And they gave a armor to him. And they told this is a dummy armor. We cannot give original armor. You act along with the dummy armor. This hero challenged, right? I am a well-fit person. Give me the original armor. Then only I can feel and act nicely. Okay? Then 3 people brought the armor to him. Now this hero couldn't even lift the armor. Okay? Forget about wearing and going for a walk. Okay? 300 years back itself, whatever is done, we are not able to do now. You are able to see the degradation. Okay? So, like during my 10th standard, like I have seen that people will be very good height and people will have nice mustache. Nowadays, if we go and see the 10th standard students, I see some of them are still LKG only like that. Yes, you are able to see the growth is not good. And this is one part. Second part is, as this year is now 13 plus 50. Okay? During when I studied 10th or 11th only started to study about computer. Okay? I learned about Visual C at that time, that was a hot topic. Visual C I learned. Now, even third standard Python is introduced. Okay? And there is one website called Little Act here. They offer a course also for the children. Soon, no, they will offer letter also for them. I don't know how it will come. Okay? So, slowly, steadily, what will happen is, at the age of 10, you will pass out and go for work. 15 to 16, you will get married. 20, you will get settled. 30, you will die. This is what is going to happen. Okay? Get ready. Yes. Yeah. And you all want to know what is going to be in future in Kalika. Okay? Very important. Please hear this out carefully. Very, very important. After 10,000 years, 10,000 years, next 10,000 years will be very good. Very good. Okay? After 10,000 years, there will be we might have so much damage to our environment. We will get only acid rain. We will not get normal rain. Okay? Because of acid rain, entire water body will be polluted. Okay? You put any RO, any whatever you do, your aquaguard, nothing will work. You cannot get any water. Okay? And all the water sources are polluted. Because of acid water, there is no vegetation also, no plants will be there. Now, how will you survive? Only you have to kill animal and take their blood. Then only you can quench your thirst. No other water source. No other water source. Because salt water you cannot have it. No acid water you cannot have it. Your body will get damaged. No other way. Even now in Africa, one country, 50 kilometers there is no water source. What do? Is any cat or animal goat is running in that area, they cut, they take the blood, and that is their drinking water. Okay? This is number one. Slowly, steadily, what happens? The goat or the animals also will be depleted. Okay? We have no other source. We will become cannibals. We will eat our own race only. Okay? This is what golden Kalika is going to be after 10,000 years. Now, with this serious things in mind, I want to know how many of you are chanting one round every day with peace. Hare Krishna Mahatma. See, as I told you, see, you have so many relatives available. Your friends are not friends, your relatives, brother, father, mother, sister. Apart from relatives, anyone else who talks with you will have some objective. objective or interest, something to do. The volunteers and we don't have any interest with you. Every week we call you so that we don't want you to suffer this growth anymore. Okay? Only humans can do this. Neither animal nor a restaurant can do this. Only humans can do this. And you are very fortunate that you are coming for Bhagavad Gita. If you stand with Bhagavad Gita, everyone will run up for you. Okay? So that way you are very rare fortunate source. So if you don't stand, this future is going to happen. So with your future in mind, only we humbly request everyone, please stand every day one round. Hardly takes 10 minutes. Please keep your alarm. If you're waking up at 6 o'clock, wake up at 5:45. If you're waking up at 7 o'clock, wake up at 6:45. Just 10 minutes early you keep, that's it. You will be done. Okay? Now, one question may come. Rosie, you told no, next 10,000 years is good, no? Yes? Next 10,000 years is good, no? What is the problem? It is good. For that, I am going to tell a very important answer. Please hear this carefully. Yes? Because you all came here and chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you all witnessed the Aarti. Lord Krishna is so pleased with you. Okay? He will give you heavenly life for 30,000 years. For your one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 30,000 years. Okay? So you will go to heaven. 30,000 years, you will see Rama, Urvashi, Mehta, and you will have so many opportunities. Okay? And you can witness many things. Then, after 30,000 years, Indradev will come. So, what? After Karma credit हो गया, आप जाइए. Okay? He will tell, please go back to Earth. Moment you come after 30,000 years, 10,000 years is gone. Okay? You have come back here. Okay? No is gone, no devotees, no vegetation, no plants. We have to live like animals. And in that way, you have to pass entire Kali Yuga. Okay? After passing Kali Yuga, because we have done so many sins, we will go to hell and then we will come back after next Kali Yuga only. Because we are not qualified to enter Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara. We are not that much good people. Okay? So Kali Yuga will enter, we will suffer in the Kali Yuga and then we have to wait till next Kali Yuga to come. Until that time we have very good runtime in hell. Deep frying, tandoori, everything will be there. Okay? So this is what is the problem. Babuji, first day when you register for the Gita course, you should have known with this. That time itself I could have escaped. Now you are coming and telling me that this is happening. Okay? I will give you a simple solution. You just have to continue. When you continue chanting, when you continue come for the sessions, naturally Lord Krishna will lift you up. Okay? Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, for the devotee who is sincere, I am the swift deliverer. I will take care of the devotee. He does it many things. And he tells Arjuna, Arjuna, you tell that my devotee never perishes. Okay? Now, question can ask, why Krishna is asking Arjuna to tell? Okay? The reason is, sometimes Krishna can break his promise. But Krishna can never break his promise which he made by his devotee. That is why he tells, oh Arjuna, you tell that my devotee never perishes. When Arjuna tells, Krishna has to fulfill, no other option. We all saw in the first session, no? Bhishmadev took the vow that tomorrow I will kill the Pandavas or Krishna has to pick up the weapon. That is the promise Bhishmadev took. Just to fulfill the promise of Bhishmadev, Krishna took the wheel in the chariot and ran towards Bhishmadev. Okay? He is ready to break his whole promise of not picking up weapon just to fulfill his devotee's promise. So Krishna did promise, Arjuna is promising that Krishna's devotee will never perish. Okay? So my sincere humble request to everyone is, please come regularly for the session. Please chant every day. Then your life will be successful, safe. Otherwise, that is so yes, this building will be there, we will not be there, you will see something. Okay? Yes. So we'll go to next. Enough of that in your hall. So we'll repeat this sloka, it's very nice sloka. Sambalagrama Mukyasya Brahmanasya Mahatmana Bhavane Vishnu Yasasaka Kantihi Pradhu Vashikiti Pradhu Bhavishati. Any translation? Look at the position of our Shastra. When will Kalki come? He will appear in the form of Brahmana Shambhala village and great soul Vishnu. Whenever Lord comes, nobody can claim Bhagavan. Please understand. Whenever Bhagavan comes, he gives three things. First, where will I appear? Second, who are my parents? What is my activity? These three things will be told in the scriptures. If somebody claims Bhagavan, one fellow got an island, no? Yeah? Okay? You have to ask him this question. Whether your name is mentioned in the scriptures. Who are your parents? What is your activity? Is it mentioned in the scriptures? Please ask. Then if they don't answer, you have to reject them. They are not God, they are God. DOG, they are not GOG. Okay? Yes? So any appearance of the Lord very clearly precisely mentioned. Look at the scripture precision. Who are their parents? Which place, everything will be very clear. This is how precise our Shastras. Okay? Yes. So as I told you, our Vedic scriptures completely academic proof, traditions and life manual. Now, wait, I'm not saying again. Okay. So we have to explain Gulab Jamun to you. I have to tell, oh, Gulab Jamun is a very soft, fluffy, and sugar syrup is there. When you put in your mouth, no, it is so tasty and things like that. Is it good? Or I take a Gulab Jamun and put it in your mouth? That is just no. Same way, when we implement this Bhagavad Gita scriptures, we feel the Gulab Jamun in our mouth. We feel the happiness, right? All of you are attending. There is at least how many of you felt there is a 1% change in me after attending these 9 sessions? Everyone felt. Why? Because this directly experience the world. Same thing only Krishna is telling. Let's recite this first. Okay? Get it. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitramiyamuttamam Pratyaksharagamam Dharmayam Susutam Bhartamamyayam. This knowledge is the key of education, most secret of all secret. It is the purest knowledge, and because it is direct perception of the self by realization, it is the perfection of religion. It is everlasting with godly performance. So, what is highlighted? It is the direct perception. You don't have to do anything. If you follow the scriptures properly, you will see the change and you will feel the transformation. Okay? Now, after the entire class, some people will tell, Guruji, why school initiates to me? Okay? For them, next 2 minutes is for them. Okay? Faith is integral part of our life. Okay? How many of you go to barber shop and do shaving? Every do shaving, yeah? Okay. But some people go to barber shop. Okay? They do the shaving. You know, sharp knife is here. Okay? And we don't know the Kula or Gotra of that person, but we have a complete faith that he will do like this, not like this. But we have complete belief. We don't know Kula, Gotra, but we have complete belief that he will not do this, he will only do this. We have faith on that person, but we don't have faith on our Shastras. Okay? How many of you travel by flight, train, bus? Okay. As soon as you get into the bus, do you tell your driver, if you don't take me to Chennai, I will kill you? Do you tell that? Why? As soon as you go, you comfortably sleep. And why? You have complete faith that this driver will take me to Chennai or wherever, Kolkata, Delhi, wherever I am supposed to go. Right? Yes? We have complete faith on that fellow and this one. Many of us get into operation theatre. They are also using knives. Okay? And we have complete belief that the doctor will cure me. He will not kill me, he will perfectly cure me. Okay? But we don't have Gula and Gotra. Okay? This is not family dinner, this is a restaurant. Okay? Yes. During that time, during my childhood, I like to eat from restaurants. Okay? So my favorite thing was gyros. And my city, my native place, Trichy, is very small city. So the dosa master, we call him dosa master, they get only money. They don't get any clothes makers because English completely sweating and very hard. So prior to my gyros, there was an order of post commercial artist, his hand went here and here. And he took the on here and split the very nicely. Okay? That day almost I decided to eat only food. That's it. Okay? Yes? But when we go to restaurant, we have complete faith. This cook is going to give me the best dish. We know lizard and cockroach are running in the kitchen. Okay? They are not there. The dish is going to be perfectly good. We have complete faith on that. But we don't have faith on the scriptures. Okay? Yes? This is how, no? Very, the faith we all have. Okay? So, uh, yes. So basically, the point is, we should have complete faith on the various scriptures. They have everything, and faith is an integral part of our life. You know, in Bhagavad Gita also, this faith aspect is already being covered. Many people, like I have met many people, since now I used to teach, I meet so many people, and I used to convince them to come to Bhagavad Gita, read Bhagavad Gita, and things like that. But, you know, some people, they use their intelligence to counteract many things. Okay? But that person also is mentioned in our scriptures. For example, I have one brother, like one of my relatives, he used to tell that 5,000 years is ago written. Who went and saw it? Okay? Why should I believe it? Like that he was telling. And that person is also human, why should I believe that? Then like I was giving so many arguments and gave this entire session to him. Still he didn't get convinced. Then Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter, 14th sloka, Krishna says, there are four people who cannot understand this scriptures. That is Buddha, and there are four categories. That is, they will be very intelligent class. When it comes to argument, they perfectly argue. But they will be using their intelligence to counteract all the scriptures, is what the Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. I was amazed to see that. Okay? These categories also Krishna said. Okay? These foolish people also, like they cannot understand Bhagavad Gita, also Krishna knew very well, and he has written 5,000 years ago. And you all belong to very good category. Krishna says there are four people who belong to Krishna also. We will discuss in some other time which category of the four you belong to. We will see after that. Okay? So I'll tell you that four category only you belong to now. No other extra category will be. Our scriptures are so amazing. How many types of people are going to come? How many types of people cannot come? That is also very clear. Okay? This is how Bhagavad is. Okay? So, can we have volunteers ready to call them? Timothy Rajeshwari. Yes. As we are discussing every time, so today's session, yeah, we will discuss a very short only, 5-10 minutes. So, as we have been telling, Shravana means what time benefit, Marana, if you remember it, it is 100 times benefit, and if you do the discussion, it is 1 lakh times benefit. Okay? Now, we will discuss a very important activity. What obstacles prevent you from reading, studying Bhagavad Gita, daily scriptures regularly, and how to overcome? Is it clear? Yes? When you do that, what benefit you get? Is the question clear? We are reading Bhagavad Gita every day because that is the life manual, but we are not doing it. What is the obstacle? And how we can prevent it? And what benefits we can do? Okay? Please sit in a circle. Your volunteers will talk. Form a circle. Chairs can also form a circle. I will not here. Okay, last item. Please come here. One minute only. So let's start. Please come back. Okay. So very important discussion point A. So please come back. Last group, please come back. Okay. So very important discussion point A during our discussion. That we are being forced to, like our usual culture is every Saturday or Saturday evening I will go to swimming temple or some Hanuman temple in the morning or Sunday evening like something. That is what we think is reviving our culture, following Hinduism. Okay? So I'll tell you one thing. When the Mughals invaded all of the temples, no? So if you go to temple, you have to pay tax. Something like that, only they will force us. During that time, what's happened? Every day, evening, they will come together and discuss Mahabharata or Ramayana. So everywhere the discussion of the scriptures, studying scriptures is done on the only way to maintain our culture. Okay? With time, all the temples will become, as the Kalika progress, it will become a business place. Okay, it will not become proper temple. So only way we can revive is through scriptures. Now, when you want past times, then you can understand why scriptures is more important than temple. Okay, so there was yeah, so there was small great devotee called Rupa Goswami. Gopala Goswami. Okay, he had Shaligram Shila. You all know what is Shaligram Shila? It's a small stone which is available in only in Nepal. It will have marks of Vishnu. Okay? So he used to carry it. And every day that devotee is observed with Srimad Bhagavatam in Narasimha Leela. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Narasimha Leela is there. So every day he used to get absorbed and absorbed and absorbed. And when not only Narasimha Leela, Krishna Leela, so many Leela. So he used to read Srimad Bhagavatam regularly. Okay? And one day, one big person came. These are mendicant people. They do not have much of money in it. One big person came and he gave lot of earrings, food, and dresses for the ornaments of the Lord. Okay? And this devotee had Shaligram Shila. Shaligram Shila is this much. All the ornaments are like big earrings like that. Okay? And he was saying, what is the use of these ornaments? They are very small like that. By his regular reading of scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam, because he was observed with Srimad Bhagavatam, he was praying to Lord, oh Lord, this has come, but you are very small, how can I use it in the service? Okay? One day, he was absorbed in reading the scripture, and next day morning, his Shaligram Shiva became a 1 feet deity. This small is one big perfect deity of Krishna holding the folded leg, and then I think holding fruit also is there, if I'm not wrong. This deity is called in Indiranagar Radhe. Okay? Look at the beauty. Many people go to the temple. Many people go to the temple, but they don't know really this is what happens. Okay? So when you read the scriptures, when you hear the pastime, then going to the temple as a use. But without knowing anything of philosophy, if we go to the temple, it is like we are doing the eye wash on ourselves. We go to some place, we do some eye wash and then come back. That's it. Nothing else here. We will not get the punya or the benefit of spirituality. But when you read scriptures, when you hear passing from the Lord, then you go and take darshan of the Lord, then the daily darshan will have effect on you. Otherwise, you go and see, after the compliment, this place I went, I want to buy this saree. Nice saree was there in that place. Okay? We go to some important place to see the Lord, but what comes in our mind? Oh, that place has this nice eatable is there, nice things is there. Okay? That is the problem with us. Okay? Wherein if you read the scriptures, go and see the pastime, what happened? Oh, Lord was so beautiful. He is having like this. That was what we know. Okay? So reading the scriptures is very important in our life. Don't think that it is tempting. Rather, I will tell you, if you read the scriptures, you get more benefit than this scripture. It is asked for. Okay? Yes. Yeah. Next. So this, I don't want to tell, many people say that Bhagavad Gita doesn't work. So what is the benefit is, you have to implement. When you implement, you will see the transformation. And I'll tell you, first section there are 150 people. All the 150 put in the implement, whosoever implement are continuing. Okay? If you don't implement, you will also discover it. That's it. Yes? So that is how it is. So that is the thing. Yes. So that's why we say be scientific and don't be a light power. So last week, two Bangladeshis are sponsored for Krishna. So we want to be anonymous. So let's all thank them by chanting Hare Krishna mantra once. Let's all thank. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Today is a very special day. Any idea? Women's Day, yes. They are very important Shakti. If they are not there, we cannot be grateful. Okay? So let's now thank all the women for doing this timeless, selfless seva, bearing the son, bearing the daughter, doing so much for the family and welfare of society by chanting Bhakti and Hare Krishna Maha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. We say our blessings to all of our brothers. Thank you so much. Okay? Yes. Next session, we'll be continuing. The level 2 starts for the next session. Next session onwards, intensity will be very high. Okay? If you have to take the intensity, you should chant. Otherwise, you will think, Hare, so much is there, I'm not able to understand. That's it. Okay? So please, I request everyone to chant, then we'll be able to understand very deeply. Okay? And I have one request for all of you. We will be creating one small WhatsApp group. I want volunteers who are committed. Like I have so many savers here. Like last week, the Prashad vessels, which is supposed to be washed and that, put in the book. So I want the people who are staying in the room, I want fixed set of volunteers committed for like coming earlier 4:30 here. I will be there. I will be there to tell you. It's not like no, you only have to do it. I will be there or fixed in the evening or no, being there also some person is here. Like that, I want to volunteer. We'll create a group. You can take the responsibility. We will guide you. If you are not available, no problem. You let us know in advance. We look for a replace. That is. So I want one volunteer who can take the responsibility. Every week I'll send back the buses. Every week I'll come and take the class. Every week I'll make the setup for the this one. Every week I'll come and go for set the radiation place. Like that, I want some person who can take care of this. You don't have to do every week also. If you can do alternate week, once in a month also, it's fine for me. That is the thing. Why I am telling this? I am doing this for past 9 weeks. I have no problem. If you do this, your progress will be very, very amazing. When you do more and more seva, the realization is that you get more and more realization. Okay? Our next week topic is we will see what is the benefit of attending this Gita course. We will see one opposite example, one this example, positive example, negative example, one real life incident happened in one devotee side, that we will see along with the teachings of Krishna. Okay? That is the level 2 starting. And then next week, my mentor will be coming and she will be last one, next week. And we will discuss about Rama Katha because Rama is approaching. Okay? Yes. Yeah. So as I have been telling you, every day we are posting a lecture of Prabhupada. I request everyone, I am seeing only 27 posts are being put. I request everyone to read it. Just a 30 seconds to 90 seconds video. Just take it and choose an answer. That's it. And every day morning we are taking a japa session. I am noting the devotees who are joining. Just for 2-3 days, my parents are there. My room is not accessible for this one. Otherwise, I will physically join to online video. But I will join and chatting in another room. But no, I am also joining every day. I request everyone to join. 5:30 to 7:30. Anytime you join, chant with Prabhupada. But if you are comfortable to chant alone, I have no problem. But please chant. That's it. Okay? Yes. As I have been telling you, we have a Bhagavad Gita reading session every Friday morning 10 a.m. Okay? Yes. Any questions? Vishnu, you have a question, right? Yes, when I read Bhagavad Gita, some areas I do not understand because high English is how to understand this question. Yes. This question is when I read Bhagavad Gita, the translation or the proper, I see the English words are very difficult to understand for me how to read that. Okay? I'll give you one example of my life. Okay? 2010, not 2006. I got a Bhagavad Gita in a railway station. 2006, now 2025, almost 20 years back. I got a Bhagavad Gita in a railway station. So I took the book and took to home and started reading. Within an hour, I found myself very sleepy. Okay, I stepped off outside. Okay, then again I took the book and I tried to read. I found the sleep on it. Okay, then when after 2020, when I asked a question to my mother was saying, See, since anything you try to read, your mind will be very strict. Oh, this is very tough. Leave it. This is very difficult letter. It is very easy. Okay? In spite of that, if you read it again and again. So some English words are difficult. Go to dictionary and find the meaning of it. Then when you do that, no, naturally you will get the easy way to understand. Now, after reading 5 times Bhagavad Gita, or reading this minimum 3 times completed, but now I'm reading 4 times. 4 times I read Bhagavad Gita is very simple for us. So, and I'll tell you, many serious devotees in Islam, they read Bhagavad Gita 200 times, not one or two. And they read it again also. They will not, oh, I read 200 times and I read master. They will not do that. They read it again. Okay? This is what Bhagavad Gita. Every time when you read, it gives you new meanings of insight in it. Okay? So just read it once, go with the flow. Next time when you read it, that what you have not understood will be revealed to you. Is that clear? Yes. Any other question? Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. Four lakh rupees of progress. Then you have to wait for the money out of the house. Kalki avatar. Nice question. Rosie, if we stay till that time, we can witness Kalki, we can take Rashna Kalki, and that is Rosie. You can, yes. Trust me, you cannot withstand that effect of Kalki avatar. When Kalki avatar comes, entire world will be demonic. He will come with a horse, with a sword. Almost he will kill all the people. All the entire this will be demonic. Only 1%, not even 1%, 100 out of 1 lakh, like that will be very good people. With that people, he will start succeeding. Okay? That's all will be killed. They will go to their next destination will be held only, then they take back again. That is how it is. Okay, so we cannot withstand that. We may think, okay, let me witness that we may not do. But, see, I tell you, you can take part. Like, for example, all the Devi Devatas, they will also assist Kalki, they will also take part during the chant, they will be assisting Kalki. At that time, if you say you are chanting, immediately you will kill. That is the level of demonic mentality will be there. If you can withstand, if you have so much devotion, then you can also take part and witness the pastor. But I don't think so. We have yes. So that is better in our we go back to this way. Yeah, any other question? Yes, Natasha.
Hare Krishna Babaji.
Hare Krishna, yes.
Recently we said about Kalki Bhagwan's future target. As you said, after 10,000 years, people will become very rich. How come he is so close and how Lord decided to take birth in his house?
Okay. See, even though is a nice question, very nice question. See, even though entire Kaliga will be golden Kaliga, there are few good souls will be there. Okay? Since there is so much taxation, so many things will happen, everyone will run towards forests and mountains and islands where nobody can come and discuss. Like that people will be busy. In that, Lord will appear. And Lord cannot appear to like ordinary human beings. He wants a pure soul. So those pure souls, Lord will send. He will decide which dynasty, which this one, they will have a pure souls like that. He will send. He will make sure. Now when it comes to Kalki, actually his mission is to finish Kaliuga and start Satyuga. Okay? Now Satyuga, same demonic people is there, means it is design problem. Okay? So he wants to ensure that all the demonic people are wiped out. Rest good people, with that he will start. That is his mission. Is it clear? Very nice. So, if no questions, then get into chanting. Okay. Two shlokas will chant and then we'll start. Can you repeat after me? Pritayadhyayako Vishwam Tretayam Vedato Makre Dvaparayanam Saryayam Kalau Parititana Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Iti Sorasakam Hari Kalmasanasanam Mahaparapaya Sarvadeshi Drishyate. Can you all understand the meaning of this shloka now? First 6 I'm saying this shloka means reciting this shloka. What is the question in this shloka? These 16 names composed of 32 syllables are the only means to counteract any effects of Kaliyuga. You also what is Kaliyuga is all about. This is the only way. In all the Vedas they search, they couldn't find anything other than no alternative to chanting of this Hare Krishna mantra. Can you all imagine what best we have given to you? We have given the best of the gift to you. Okay? Just that Hare Krishna mantra. With this more in mind, let us try to chant. We will chant the Krishna mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda. Niyamaya Radha. Srivasadi Gauravatanda. Please close your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. So that I can attend to here. Let's all stand together. When we chant Krishna, we should just chant and hear the mantra. That's it. Nothing else is needed. Okay? Together, one voice. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,